Where is that? Okay, I see it. I see it. Into the cave. Into the cave. Into the. How's everyone doing? I'm doing great. It's Teddy here from Team TJ, and welcome back to Subnautica. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've actually been here, hasn't it? But I did a bit of off-camera work a little earlier, to where I have gone back to the floating island. The reason I came back here is because I wanted to get a lantern fruit. I wanted to plant it in my base and start growing these too. Also, the Degassi's voice logs. Basically, I didn't realize that they had so many more than they did. So we're actually going to listen to all the ones that we have in the order that they came from. So, first things first, we have number 1, then we have 2, 3, and 4. We still are missing 5, but we got 6. Anyway, so let's start.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds.
Yeah.
Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
So yeah, that was one that we listened to before. We could tell that they definitely had some tenseness between them. This is one of that we have not heard before.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go.
Oh my gosh.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Yeah, so this planet clearly is not friendly. So before I actually leave, I just want to listen to all the rest, actually. So, Aftermath.
You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
Alright, now we have Number 4. I did not listen to this yet, I don't think.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
Well, this is the artifact.
Scratched. Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens.
It is.
Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Alright, so I'm not gonna listen to number 6 until I have number 5. Now, this is Bart Targle's own logs, so I think I'm gonna listen to these actually when we get back to our habitat. So I'm gonna pull out my Sea Glide and I'm gonna get back into Cyclops. It's time to go.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Thank you! So, yeah, we already got a bunch of the marble melons growing there. We got the Chinese potatoes growing at our base. I just want to get the lantern fruit going too.
Powering up.
Alright, we have 7%. Can we make it back? I really hope we can, and I found out, just from looking it up, that there actually is, in fact, a Reaper Leviathan nearby. One that lives in this area. So let's hope we don't encounter that on our way back. So I'll cut back once we're at the base, or I encounter this Leviathan. Alright guys, we are back home, so I'm gonna dock the sea moth in our, okay, yeah. I'm gonna dock our sea moth in our moon pool. Man, I put this place in a really awkward spot. Alright, so we're back home, so I'm gonna grow the lantern fruit, so I'm gonna use this planter. We haven't put anything in. So, the tree should grow. There it is, actually. There it is, so we should get a lantern fruit tree. And this will be our, like, lantern fruit farm. I think that should be really nice. And the music kicking in as well. Oh, I love the music this game has. It's so good. So, yeah, let's, listen into the rest of the Degassi voice logs. So this is Bart Toggle's log. We have 3 of them.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power. That the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
This dude is like the king of nerds, basically. I love him. I love him already. He's like the king of nerds. I like that. So, yeah, and I have actually been documenting my findings as well. If I actually go here into indigenous life forms, like, I've got each of the coral. I've scanned as many of them as I can. I've got fauna, carnivores. I got the biter, the bone shark, the crash fish, the sand shark, the stalker, and even the stalker teeth. I got herbivores large, which is gasopod, jelly ray, rabbit ray, and sky ray. Herbivores small, bladderfish, boomerang, garyfish, holefish, hoopfish, hoverfish, oculus, peeper. ringolid and spadefish, and leviathans. I got the reef back. And scavengers and predators, I got the ancient floater, the bleeder, the cave crawler, the floater, and the shuttlebug. And as for, like, the flora, I've got the acid mushrooms, the trees, all the different plants and everything. And so yeah, I've been doing the same thing, and I think that's just kind of cool. Now, we've basically been doing the same thing. We're basically studying everything that there is about this planet. I've been researching, well, not exactly researching, just kind of collecting data on every single one of them, which I just think is real cool. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to his voice log. So, Stalker Teeth.
Something incredible just happened.
Ooh.
Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, well, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
Oh. Okay, return from the deep.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me.
Oh.
The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Wow, so he got infected with the Karar. That's just upsetting. Man. And he seemed like such a cool guy, too. Anyway, and by the looks of things, the others died as well. Whether it was from the Karar, he made it sound more like it was from the creatures of this planet. Possibly the Raper Leviathans, or maybe there's something worse out there. Possibly. And, oh, there's that Oculus I brought back. Oh, wow, I think he's enjoying it here. And yeah, I kind of feel a little bad now that from that stalker that I killed. I'm gonna go check and see if his body is still there. I kind of now feel a bit bad. I actually felt bad after while editing the video about killing the stalker, and honestly, I actually can't even find the body. I guess the bodies of the fish that die just kind of disappear once you get far enough away, or when you just log out of the game. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, but one plan I had was to go try to find blueprints for other things. Now, this is a bit of a situation here, and oh, that tree is growing very nicely. So, yeah, I want to find blueprints for other things on this planet. I want to try to find as many of the blueprints as I can. So, there are places we haven't looked yet, and possibly chunks of the Aurora that we haven't found yet. So, I'm thinking it might just be a good idea just to get into Seamoth and start going. Well, we'll have to go back to the Cyclops, but
All systems online.
I mean, just go on a bit of an adventure. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start back at the G.U.N island. I think that's a good place to start. Because there was... we didn't check around the whole thing, and I do believe there is a piece of the Aurora left there. I did hear that there was actually a piece of the Aurora from the wiki. I've been trying to like figure out like what I need for the series basically, and that's one thing that we need. So I think it's time to go back to the island. But actually, hold on. One problem I just realized is we don't have... Our power cells are not very well charged, so I'm gonna need new ones. So we're gonna need batteries and silicone rubber. Silicone rubber's not a bad thing, we just need some acid mushrooms. Okay, give me a sec. Boop, 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 boop. Yink. Yink. Ah, okay, so I have... plenty of silicone rubber, so now we can actually make some power cells. Nice. So I'm gonna make as many as I can, because... Okay, that's just 2. Okay, we can only make 2, but that's fine. That should give us plenty more power than we have. This is 15, that's 0, that's 0, so... Let's, change those out. What just bumped into us? Something's bumping into us, or something's happening. I'm not too worried, though. 0, 0, and 0. There's not much we can do about that, though. Now, the only 2 we have are the empty ones. Anyway, so I'm gonna put these away in our little lockers in here, so we don't actually have to worry about them too much. And put this other one in there. So, yeah, alright, so we're good. We got plenty of titanium. I don't even know why we have so much titanium on us. But yeah, it is time to head off to the island, but first things first, we're gonna need to get the marker back, so... Sunbeam's Landing is what it needs to be. Actually, I don't think I can see any of that, but I don't think we can put that marker back there, but I think I know the general location of it, so that should be good. Actually, hold on, let me just, save the game before we go, because I believe there might be a Reaper Leviathan there as well. Gasopod, don't kill yourself on my ship, okay? That's the problem. All these fish are just so stupid. They just ram right into my ship. It's just so dumb. I don't want to kill them unless I need to eat them, but... Really, and there's a stalker as well. At least Marguerite didn't kill them all, so... Yeah, and then I killed one. So, yeah. Peeper, see, that's how dumb they are. That Peeper literally just killed itself on my ship. It just... Ugh. But I'll cut back once I'm at the island. Alright, guys, we're back. So, we are back at the island. Now, it's time to find the wreck. I think I know what the area it is. But of course, there's my only fear, and that is that there's a Reaper Leviathan somewhere down there. So I'm not too keen on doing this in the middle of the night, which it appears to be. Is it truly nighttime, or is it just plain dark here? Because it feels to me almost as if it is nighttime right now. And oh my gosh. That's a warper right there. I know what that thing is. That is a warper. That thing, not friendly. That'll teleport us right out of our little thing. I don't know what that thing wants with me, but I'm not happy. So actually, I think I'm gonna sit here and just simply wait. I'm just gonna sit here nice and comfortable and wait for daytime. Alright guys, it's basically daytime, so let's get into the water and head back to our Seamoth and now try to find the wreck. Now that... I swear I just heard a Reaper Leviathan. As I was talking, I swear. I swear I just heard one. And what's that? That's a fragment. I don't see the Reaper anywhere around. I'll quickly try to get this. This is a nuclear reactor fragment. We need this. There's like a power thing. Alright, we got that, so... Now I'm just a little bit nervous. Reaper Leviathan. I saved back there, so... We should be good. Another one of those teleporting things. The warpers. I'm not too worried about them. I'm just worried about the Reaper. Oh golly. I think this is actually where the wreck is. It's down here somewhere. I heard it shout. I heard the Reapers shout. Oh, I don't want to go down there. And there's a warper there as well. Where is that? Okay, I see it. I see it. Into the cave, into the cave, into the cave, into the cave, into the cave. Ow. Okay. This is a dead-end cave. That thing is outside. It could get in. I just realized it could get in. Okay. Oh, I'm scared of that thing so much. I gotta have a phobia, man. I've gotta have a phobia. I mean, that thing is already kind of terrifying, but I think I'm more scared of it than most people actually are. Oh my gosh. I've gotta have a phobia. What? Hold on. Let me consult Google real quick. Okay, I think I actually have a combination of theriophobia, I don't know, theriophobia, whatever. I could not pronounce that. And megalophobia. Again, I cannot pronounce these weird phobia words. But I think I have a combination of that. I'm basically, the two phobias, like megalophobia is like a phobia of really large creatures, and theriophobia, whatever, is a fear of sea creatures. And the Reaper Leviathan is both a sea creature and a giant creature. Because I think I have a combination of those phobias. I seriously think I have a combination of those two phobias. I don't want to leave this cave. But I know I have to leave here eventually. I have no idea where it is, though. I know it's in the direction kind of like over there. But I'm just scared to move. Because I don't know where it is. Ooh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if these fragments are actually worth it for this. Like, those biters and that are killing that peepers right there. They don't seem to care. They don't seem to care, telling me it might not be that far away. That or they're just not scared of it because they're too small for it to actually want to eat. Okay, that's better. Not seeing in darkness is good. Oh, it's over there. I see it. I see it. I'm backing up slowly. Ow! It just disappeared. Ow. Stop banging into rocks, you moron. And, oh my gosh, this guy cannot pilot the submarine at all. Okay, oh! Hi, Mr. Warper. What did he just try to shoot me with? I swear he just tried to shoot me. Dude, work on your aim. Because that didn't hit. And I guess those are like power... Oh my gosh, wait. Wait, hold on a second. That's a warp. But it doesn't have... This warp pad doesn't actually have anything for us to activate it, meaning that we must be able to activate it from somewhere else. Well, that's crazy. And that's another nuclear reactor fragment.
100 meters. Oxygen
Okay, that's a good thing we must have... I guess that's a good thing we found this. Alright, I guess that's one good thing. We got one blueprint. We got the nuclear reactor. Nice! But I'm scared of the Reaper. That happens to live here nearby. But I saw it disappear, making me think it might have despawned, but I don't see a reason why it would have. And is that like the sand falling from the beach? It's actually kind of cool, actually. That looks really cool. Let me get actually underneath that right now. Ooh, yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Yep, okay, that thing's not gone. That thing's still here. That thing's still here. Somewhere. It's still here. Where? I don't know. And I don't want to know. I'm kind of scared, honestly, to even try leaving. Because I know that thing, it nearly destroyed my Cyclops. And it destroyed my first Seamoth. So... well, it's not the same Reaper Leviathan, but the species destroyed it. So... I'm just a little scared. Okay, let's just dude, Cyclops, make up your mind.
Captain, all systems online.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Alright, I'm gonna grab a couple marble melons and eat them for comfort, I guess. Yum. Okay, put those seeds that I got before back in there. Okay. How do we go about this? And stop glitching out, ship. How do we go about this? How do we get away from the Reaper?